Okay, so I'm going to record this quick video and show you guys how I set up and play Stockpoints plays to the best of my own ability. This is how you guys take matters in your own hands and do more than just buy and sell when he tells you. Obviously, it's great to do it by listening to him, but if you chart these out, these levels out yourself, it is going to be a world of difference. So here's what I do every morning about 30 minutes before open. I will check out the whole trade opportunities and see all the plays that he gives us every morning. So the first one we notice here is snow at 348. So what I will do is I will go find snow and just delete them for now. And I'll be like, okay, cool, here's snow, and let's just pretend this is pre-market and I don't know anything about what's going on. So he told us snow 348. So that means he believes that once it crosses 348, that it will break out and we can make money off the breakout there and make money off the movement, because options move well when they move quickly like that. So what I like to do is I like to make the buy-in level green. That's just kind of personally what I do. Green makes me feel good, makes me feel like, ooh, cool. But if when it crosses, it goes up and goes in, I like that. And then what is if that breaks the volume room to 350? So that means his target is 350, which, keep in mind, that does not mean it will just go straight to 350. Sometimes it does, but not always. Most of his plays hit target, but not all of them go straight to target. So it might go up here, go boom, and then you're like, oh, sweet. Well, it's going to keep going to target, right? And then it might go all the way back down here, and then it might go up and then hit target at the end of the day. Sometimes that totally happens. And so you don't necessarily want to rely on target being like it's going to go straight there. It does typically hit target, but just know what's more important is taking profits and noticing when it looks like the momentum of the stock is going down. That's why Connor usually gets out before target. Sometimes he'll hold the target. Sometimes I will, especially if it really looks like it's heading there. But if the RSI is really high already and the stock starts losing momentum, you may not want to hold the target. So here's a great example. So here is, let's go to the 1 minute. Here is snow, and when the snow plate happened. Now remember, we didn't take it because the contracts were pretty low on volume, which is understandable. I remember, like, this is 2000 now, but I'm pretty sure these 350s earlier were at like 200, and that is just pretty low. I ended up playing it as well, but I just, sometimes I play plays even though Connor doesn't, but Connor likes to play it extra safe, especially for everybody in the chat. So here's what happened. This is how I played the play basically without Connor. I knew I could make money off this play by trusting in his levels. So right as here, as it crossed it and then it held this, I went boom, boom, and I bought. And then it just jumped up to here. And I made, for a Wednesday, I made about 13%. And that was only a 0.23% move on the share price. But it moved up almost $1. And I mean 13% off that. And once it hit this peak here, I cashed out. Now, I could have thought, oh, well, maybe I should hold the target. It's going to go, right? But like I said, not always. Because then if you would have held, then you'd have to sit through this pullback. Now you might be sitting right here on this 1 minute candle going, ah, crap, is it going to break below? And then you might think, oh, it's going to break below. This place sucked, blah, blah, blah. It's probably going to go all the way here. And then what? And then you get all the way down here, you freak out, and then you decide to sell right here. And then look what happens. Goes to target. This is extremely common. Sometimes what I have even done sometimes is I'll take this play and then I'll watch it dip. Because sometimes it's just got to dip. Sometimes stocks just have to take a breather as they're going. They never just go straight up. So I'll watch this dip, and then if it looks like it's going to head straight up again, I might go, ooh, this might go to target now. And so as it goes again and crosses in here again, if it looks like it's got momentum, I mean, look how the volume picked up right here and slowed down right here. That volume right there is just like, this candle volume is really great. So you could probably see that going up there and go, ooh, I'm going to buy in. I think this will hit target. You could hit that, wait for it to get in, basically hit target here. This was a crazy move too. Holy shit, if you had held through that. And then it breaks his target. So that's fantastic play and a great example for how you can place Connor's plays. You don't have to play him exactly like he does. If you want to play it safe, just do exactly what he does. But it's going to be so much easier if you're watching these. And for those of you who are on Robinhood, one, I suggest switching as soon as possible because Robinhood is not good. You don't get good fills. You only get market orders on options. They're kind of a scammy broker anyway. And you can do free plays on Webull with a cash up account, unlimited plays as long as you still have the money in hand and the money settles the next day. Also, Thinkorswim, same thing, free cash account. Do yourself a favor and do that. If you're still stubborn and you want to stick with Robinhood, at least open up like Webull or Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers and just use the levels and chart out the levels yourself. I guarantee you, once you figure out candlesticks and levels, you're going to go, oh my God, Robinhood is so restrictive just by watching these freaking lines that Robinhood does. It just doesn't really help you actually come up with good game plans. Now what I'll do is, so here's where snow happened, and here's Tesla. I like to put the other stocks on my watch just for like right down here and like real small so I can still watch them. Another thing you can't do if you're just like sitting on Robinhood on your phone. So here's Microsoft. Here's the play to that one. And then I have SPY over here in the corner. So I'll go back to trade opportunities. And Microsoft had earnings last night, and then he ended up saying in the chat that 319 was level. 319 was his level. So I went in here, marked out. I was like, okay, cool. Where's 319? Let's find 319. And that way I know, even if he doesn't do the play, if Connor walks away, there's been days where Connor's been like at the doctor's office or something and he just left and I just took his levels and played him without him. Like, having him in the chat talking is just a plus and is great and worth every penny. But what's even more worth every penny are these support and resistance levels he gives us where he expects breakouts to occur. So here's 319. I'll lock it in. I like to make it green just because that's just mentally what I do. It gets me excited to be like, oh, green is a cool color for like feeling ready to buy. And then I don't remember if he gave us a target on that. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he'll just be feeling a breakout. But here's a great buy, you know, like right in here. You have to sit through some of this maybe and let it take off. But like, look at that. That's incredible. Microsoft just went nuts. Next one, Tesla. Tesla, he had 1045. I got about 13 cents off, but it's not really too big a deal when you're in the thousands. I could get real precise if I wanted to. There you go. 1045 even for those with OCD or whatever. So you can kind of see here, let's take it to the bigger one. And this is too how I can like watch all the stocks at once and see, and occasionally even play more than one at a time. I really don't like to play more than two. I prefer not to play more than one, but if I will, I'll play more than two. I did snow and I think I did snow and Microsoft at the same time. I can't remember. Here's snow again. Yeah, I think I did. I think I played snow and Microsoft at the same time. I don't recommend doing it if you're still new. Just pick one. But here's the Tesla play. You can see here, I'm pretty sure you guys played that open too, like as it crossed, like right here, and just played like up on the dip. This was a tough one because it just dipped right back down right away. So if you didn't take profits, you'd have had to hold through that or just cut losses right here and then wait for it to play again. but you could have gotten your money back on this play because this play was like fire, absolute fire. His target was 10.55. Buying was 10.45. I like these green. I'm all about color coordinating. It's also kind of Christmassy. Yeah, so bought in right here. And what's interesting too is notice how, for those new to support and resistance, this level here at 10.45, it was a resistance level that Connor pointed out. And he found this through various techniques. You know, he went through and looked at a lot of stuff. Man, the daily on Tesla is crazy. But basically, notice how it came right back down and boom, rejected. Boom, rejected. Sitting right here along his resistance level, now turned into support. Really cool how that works. And this is everywhere, guys. If you're new to support and resistance, this is everywhere. And VWAP. I got the VWAP up here. And I actually missed the Tesla play. I was kind of bummed. I saw this happen, and I went, oh, shit, this is not dropping. I'm going to buy it. I think I bought in like right in here because I noticed, I noticed that it was leaving this as support. It's Tesla. And I thought, oh, this is just going to curl back up and go. Or at least I thought it could. You got to think in probabilities. And I was going to cut if it went right back under here. So the risk reward is really good right here. And this is how I used Connor's support and levels, resistance level on a play that wasn't really the play he called. He called this play. So I took it right here and took it right up to here. And I made like 15% or something on it. And I was so pumped about that because it was a play I came up with on my own, but through his support and resistance level. So there are other ways to even play his plays around the actual ones he calls or the ones he plays over and talks about playing over in voice. Yeah, I mean, Tesla had a pretty banging day. Of course, came kind of right back down. But yeah, I hope this helps. Can't remember if there was another thing I was going to say for those new in this chat. You've got to check out how compound interest works and how small gains will go a long way. So for anybody, let's say you got $2,000 in your account. If you get 3% a day, this is where you'll be after 30 trading days. You'd have over doubled your account. That's 30 trading days. Now let's say you wanted to do this for like 6 months or so, 5 days in a week, times 4 is 20, times 6 months, that's 120 days, if my math is right. Obviously there's holidays and stuff like that, but give or take, if you did this consistently and just conservatively grabbed 3% a day, in 120 days or around 6 months or so, you'd have 69,000. How unreal, insane that is. Now the hard part is being consistent, patient, and playing the long game. But the best traders, that's how they do it. I'm on my way to doing that. I'm still not profitable on myself, but I'm on my way because I've started to really do a much better job at just taking the small gains, being consistent. And let's say you make 25% on the week. And let's just pretend these are all weeks now. 1 week, 2 week, 2 week. Just change that to week. 25% a week in 8 weeks, you'd be at 11,900. You would break above the 25,000 mark in 12 weeks, which is what, like 3 months? That's insane. By just grabbing 25% a week. And you can do that by getting like 2, 3, 4, 5% a day. So I just want to share that with you guys all as well. Cool, I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Or, of course, let our fearless leader, Stockpoints, Connor know in Stockpoints. Give him a question.